received was superb. Really, I can't fault it. They were ace with physiotherapy. They helped me get, you know, I mean, I couldn't walk on it it was in cast for, God, how long was it? About 12 weeks, something like that. And the main bit that stood out to me was the physiotherapy side of it, because they really helped build my leg back up and my strength and whatnot. So,
an amazing example of caring and nursing that I've seen has been when my granddad passed away. It was really important to him to be at home, surrounded by his family, and the palliative care that he received was incredible. The nurses were so empathetic and professional during a really difficult time for us. It must have been really hard to do that as a job on a daily basis, but they were amazing. They really made the whole process a lot easier on everybody involved, and I was just really impressed. It made the experience much easier. They were amazing.
My dad has actually been in Stafford Hospital in and out over the past 5 months, and the care he has received has been absolutely fantastic. And the staff on AMU, A&E and Ward 12, we can't thank them enough for their care.
You put a lot of faith into hospitals when you go in there, and you're obviously ill, and that's not a positive side to it, but you put faith into them. And I have to say, having had a motorcycle accident where it was quite a severe fracture of my leg, the staff were so caring and so supportive. It was brilliant. The treatment I got was very successful. I could have lost my leg and I didn't, and it was a really good recovery. And the staff particularly spent the time with that personal contact, which I found was really important, because it's as much about feeling good in yourself as anything else as a pathway to recovery.
My partner was in Stafford Hospital for about 3 to 4 weeks on and off. She was in for about 2 and she came out, and then she had to go back for slightly different reasons. The ward that she was on, I mean, she was 19 at the time. The ward that she was on was, the average age I think was about 70. So there weren't many people her age anywhere near her in the hospital. And the closest people to her age were the nurses, and they made her feel incredibly at home the whole time she was there. I remember visiting them a few times, and the nurses were getting wheelchairs out so that I could take her off to the restaurant to give her a little bit of break from the people on the ward and give her her own space. And they were incredibly accommodating of that for the full time she was in there, and for that we'll always be grateful.
They've been absolutely brilliant. Yeah, you know, sort of, and if you get an appointment like that, they are on time as well.
Well, I was taken into hospital with septicemia, which can often be fatal, and I'd not been ill for 70 years, and suddenly I was in intensive care, and I couldn't have been treated better. I was visited regularly by the ward doctor, as I would call him, and the specialists, and they came any hour of the day or night. I only had to ring the bell, and the nurses were there, far beyond the call of duty. I mean, they were really good, and they nursed me back to health, and I've been thanking them ever since, to be honest.
One of the main ones for me was when my sister was giving birth to my nephew George, and she had to have a C-section, which was a little bit uncomfortable for her, obviously. But what it was when they got her out of theatre and they brought her back in, they were ace with her. I mean, I was there for a lot of the time, you know, making sure she was okay and stuff. But they double checked that if Bri was okay, just randomly, on like a random check. The nurses came in and they just checked under the sheets, and my sister was lying in about 2 litres worth of blood, which was effectively, and she had no idea because she was numb from the waist down because of the epidural, I think it's called. She was numb from the waist down, couldn't feel a thing, and she was slowly bleeding to death. And the doctors and the nurses, as soon as they saw that blood, My mum said she'd never seen anything quite like it. They stopped the blood, wheeled her out into theatre and patched her up. So I think, as a personal thank you to those nurses and doctors, they saved my sister's life pretty much. And you know, she'd just given birth to her first son, so that would have been traumatising on so many levels. But yeah, they definitely saved my sister's life, so I'm very pleased with that.